from the time I went into that office, not expecting to be doing something that was going to help me get better right away, from that time until today, they remember me. They remember my case. I feel so welcome, and he talks about everything that, personal things, like you feel like you're part of the family. It's really cool. My husband got a Chick-fil-A on Segan Lane, and he bought me a brand new Mercury Mountaineer. And I loved it, and my daughter was a senior in high school. She had just had surgery, and she said, "Mom, can I drive so I can get used to being behind the wheel?" I said, "Sure, but be careful, it's my new car." And a little girl ran a stop sign. When she hit, the car rolled over and toppled into a big ditch in Mandeville. And they pulled me out of the car and brought me to hospital and went home, said everything was fine, and I was in a lot of pain. And I kept going back to the doctor. They sent me to 2 6-week sessions of physical therapy. On the last day of the last 6-week session, the physical therapist said, "Nothing's getting better, it just seems to be getting worse. If you were my wife, I'd send you to a neurologist." But God led me, because we went to Dr. Dietze's office and we showed the x-rays to the nurse practitioner, because when I called, they said you need a referral. But if I saw the practitioner, they would accept me. Showed her the x-rays, and she said, "These are awful, go straight to x-ray." And so we did. Well, by the time we got back in, the doctor was in there. And he looked at my husband and I, and he said, "Mr. Salmone, Mrs. Salmone, sit down." In my mind, I was thinking I was dying. But then he asked if we believed in God, and I have never heard a doctor say that. That was so important to me. And when he said that, I felt very relaxed. And he said my neck was broken 3 places, and he couldn't understand how I was still walking around. Dr. Dietze was very comforting, very, very comforting. As he was direct, it was in my terms of understanding. I didn't have to be a doctor to understand him. And it kind of reminded me of my father-in-law, who had a PhD. When he spoke to my father, who was a mechanic, he spoke in his terms. It wasn't like he brought himself to the level of the person he's speaking to. That's all I could think of. And the fact that I felt like he was there, someone who's actually listening to me and going to make it better. And all I remember is going out and waking up. And I'm telling you, the minute I woke up, I felt like a new person. I didn't take any pain pills. 0 pain pills after that surgery. None. I didn't have to. I could tell you on a scale of 1 to 10, the pain level at worst might have been a 5. And it was perfect. I can't complain about anything. And I was so sure that I was going to have to go through so much horrifying stuff to get better. And I hadn't. I didn't have to. And Dr. Dietze has done a wonderful job. He's a good guy.